When I think about money, I think about how can I protect my purchasing power into the future. There are two charts that come to mind. They're very simple. The first one is the dollar chart, how things have become more expensive when they're priced in the dollar because the dollar has lost its value over the last 100 years. Whereas in Bitcoin terms, a house has gotten cheaper. You need less Bitcoin to buy an average house in the US, which just shows that the value of your money is actually increasing when you save in the correct savings technology. I wanted to keep this video extremely simple, so please like, subscribe, share the video with anyone who may find this interesting. It's famously said that the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around are going to influence you the most. And with Bitcoin, what is Bitcoin's company? Who are the people that Bitcoin would say it spends the most time around if it was a person? I want to go through this list of people, extremely influential, very successful and very wealthy individuals, and just make sure that you're aware of the fact that these individuals have positioned themselves in an asset that could potentially grow in value. Firstly, you've got the famous Paul Tudor Jones, a billionaire, philanthropist, hedge fund manager who's managed to short and long successfully for decades.
I'm long gold, I'm long Bitcoin. I think commodities are so ridiculously underground, so I'm long commodities.
Number 2, you've got Stanley Druckenmiller, one of the most famous investors of all time. He managed to bet against the pound in 1992 and made $1 billion in profit. He is the kind of person who in a jungle would be able to find where the bananas are and also when they're going to fall. So this is a legend who also believes in the future of Bitcoin.
That if you believe we're going to have irresponsible monetary policy and inflation going forward, if it's in a bull phase, you want to own Bitcoin.
Number 3, Michael Saylor, a famous investor and also entrepreneur who is also a billionaire and also managed to catch the trends such as the Mag 7 and Apple as an early investment, as he saw that everyone may one day hold a smartphone in their hands.
But you got to keep in mind that Bitcoin is smart, fast, strong money.
Number 4, Larry Fink, who manages over $11 trillion, one of the largest money managers on the planet. BlackRock.
You know, I was a proud skeptic. And I studied it, learned about it, and I came away saying, okay, you know, my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today. I believe the opportunity today. I believe Bitcoin is legitimate.
Number 5, Elon Musk, who is one of the greatest entrepreneurs of our generation.
And Tesla owns Bitcoin, SpaceX owns Bitcoin. And I do personally own a bit of Ethereum and Dogecoin, of course. So.
Number 6, Peter Thiel, a billionaire philanthropist who founded PayPal.
We have no way of processing it when something pretty big happens. The internet was pretty big in '99. Bitcoin was moderately big. The internet was really big. Bitcoin was moderately big. And I'd say passing the Turing test is really big. It's on the same scale as the internet.
Number 7, Michael Dell of Dell Computers, worth over $100 billion, has a depth of knowledge when it comes to technology, AI, and potential future advancements. Okay, number 8. This is extremely controversial, but this person does hold huge influence on the world and the capital markets. As a former president and a potential future president, their support for Bitcoin is extremely impactful to the potential price. Therefore, number 8, Donald Trump, has potentially got the influence to move the value and the price. This might also make people extremely uncomfortable with ever investing, which I completely understand. However, number 8, Donald Trump.
Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say. It's going to the moon. I want America to be the nation that leads the way, and that's what's going to happen.
Number 9, Cathie Wood, someone who believes in technological advancements being an optimistic aspect of our future, making a massive impact in a positive way in the way that we shape the world.
It is the first global, decentralized, digital, rules-based, critical there, rules-based monetary system in history. It is a very big idea.
She's also someone who manages a large investment fund called ARK Invest into the billions. So pretty good company that Bitcoin keeps at this point.
Our bull case is $1.5 million by 2030. You can see the building blocks. You can see how conservative we are in terms of those building blocks.
Okay, number 10, David Sachs, a billionaire who's had great success in Silicon Valley.
It's a really profound narrative, which is it's the separation of money and state.
Number 11, Chamath, an extremely profound, technological, insightful thinker.
The money supply, like the physical, printable, distributable money that we can see and touch, and it gets replaced with virtual currencies that are tied to other things.
You've got number 12, Jamie Dimon, the largest bank on the planet, JP Morgan. He is the CEO, another billionaire who holds his positivity toward Bitcoin behind closed doors because it's more in his actions rather than in his words. These people are extremely influential and could have great impact on the decisions that are made around this financial instrument, and therefore it's just important to ask yourself the question of, could Bitcoin have any relevance in the future? And if it could, maybe it's worth understanding it on a deeper level, just for your own benefit. As influential people start to have an impact on Bitcoin's adoption in the financial world, you've also then got the downstream impacts that happen when banks start to consider it as well. So let's have a look at some of the banks. Morgan Stanley's advisors can now start recommending Bitcoin ETF products to their clients. You've got Goldman Sachs, who've invested $418 million into the ETF products so far. More of the company that Bitcoin keeps are the ETFs that were approved in January of 2024. This long list of ETFs that you can see to the side of me are just representative of what has been one of the biggest moves in history. These ETFs have had volumes that have rivaled any other launch of any other ETF in history. They have also surpassed $20 billion under management, which is actually historic. The USA set the standard for the financial markets, and so once the Bitcoin ETF products were approved in the USA, they started to get rolled out across the world. You've got the UK, you've got Hong Kong, Japan are starting to take this as a priority, you have Thailand, and you also have Australia. There are increasingly more countries that are starting to open up to the idea of more of these products as the world starts to adopt and become more of a believer in the potential of Bitcoin's role in the future. I appreciate your time. If you've managed to get any value from this, like, subscribe, notification bell so you can stay up to date with any more of these videos. I'm going to try and start updating more of the things that are on my mind a little bit more regularly because there's so much happening in the world at the moment. I just want to try and keep on top of it and also try and share as much as I can with everyone who watches these videos. So, could it be relevant? I think that when you think about the company that someone keeps, it defines or has a massive impact on who they are. And you can tell that the company that Bitcoin is starting to keep are people of high net worths, billionaires, extremely intelligent, insightful, profound entrepreneurs, some of the most influential money managers on the planet, and also these products that are being rolled out across the world in so many Western countries and Eastern countries. They're starting to become this unified view of the fact that Bitcoin may be valuable in financial markets. The scarcity aspect, the fact that it can't be centralized by any central body, it can't be taken down by any government, it's immutable, it can be seen as a flight to safety. Therefore, there might be some relevance in this potential asset class, and having potentially just a small percentage of this asset to protect against that devaluation of the fiat currency that you use and you transact in. I really appreciate your time. You don't get that back. And I hope that you got some value from this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much.